Hello, my name is Emily Kelly. I'm from Bullurong Press and today I'm here with Patricia Hipwell. Patricia has 30 years experience as a teacher and literacy educator. Patricia is specialised in making literacy a priority for all teachers in all grades and all subjects, and shows them what it means to be a literacy and content specialist. Patricia is also the author of titles on how to teach the cognitive verbs across all subjects in the Australian curriculum. Patricia's best-selling book, How to Write What You Want to Say, has sold over 60,000 copies Australia-wide. On the back of the success of this book, Patricia is here to talk about her new edition, How to Write What You Want to Say in the secondary years. Patricia, tell us about why you decided to do this new edition.
Well, Emily, the first edition now is now 8 years old, so it was time to give it a bit of a facelift. My own understanding of the cognitive verbs and how to teach them and the best way to support teachers to teach them and students to learn them has developed in that time. So I decided to create the new edition and additional material. So the new edition contains many more sentence starters from which to choose. There are also additional skills in the second edition. Probably the biggest difference between the first and the second edition is the use of graphic organisers. I particularly wanted to show students and teachers the close link between planning a piece of writing to demonstrate a cognitive skill and actually writing to do that, and that's best done through the use of graphic organisers. I think all of the examples are new, updated, and from every curriculum area.
The second edition is also accompanied by a student workbook and teacher's guide. Tell us about why you decided to include these two with your second edition.
Predominantly because I don't think resources speak for themselves. I think that for teachers and students to use a resource, they have to be privy to the thinking of the person who created that resource. And feedback from teachers, you mentioned the 60,000, so a lot of people have these books, and feedback from teachers has been very much along the lines of, yeah, but how do we actually use them? So the purpose of the teacher guide is to give very clear instructions, directions on how to teach these cognitions. And the purpose of the student resource is to give students plenty of opportunity to practice those writing skills.
Fantastic. So lastly, Pat, why do you think teachers and students really need these books?
I think the main reason that they need these books is that these skills all require certain language, and we're not born knowing what that language is, and we don't necessarily just acquire it either. We have to be shown, well, when you evaluate, this is language that you need when you evaluate, for instance. Also, many of these skills are really quite difficult. They're not developed in a day or even a week. They take some years to develop. So giving students the opportunity to practice these skills is critical, and that's what the student workbook provides them with.
Thank you, Patricia. As you've heard, How to Write What You Want to Say in the secondary years includes more sentence starters and other skills such as reflecting, discussing and predicting, and a new and updated examples of the writing skills. Alongside this book is a student workbook to assist students with practicing the skills learnt from the second edition. And then to further embed the skills, a teacher's guide has been created so that teachers have a teaching sequence to help them teach the cognitive verbs. These books will be available for purchase from the 1st of October. You can purchase them via your education distributor, local bookstore, or direct from our website. Thanks for joining us.